what Malk does out there, I mean, if you read the books on skill acquisition, it's what he's doing. It's setting constraints and parameters, condition games, and then allowing the player to develop within those games, and the game itself will develop your technique. So his games almost promote good technique, because if you look at technique, why is technique important? It's there for two reasons. One is that it'll hold up under pressure, and the second reason would be that you can attack the ball when the opportunity presents itself. So his games demand that. So the game's about precision. It's about putting the ball on a wall. You're in the corners. You're in a box. You're in a small box. The game is about precision, and to play the game in a skillful way, you've got to have that level of control. And those games that Malcolm puts together and that you practice and he's very big on, demand a high level of control and skill. And the technique will kind of almost solve itself through those games. So when Malcolm is creating games within a game, then what he's looking for is, so for example, if it's above the line, so you have to take the ball up above the line, you have to control the pace, you have to control the height, control the width, the accuracy, and still get the ball to land in the corner. So it requires a high level of skill. And it's not specifically telling you exactly where to hold the racket, or it's just saying you need to be able to do this. And the game demands that. So you it's a little bit of self-discovery. You kind of find a way to do it. And if you can't do it, then he might, give you some instruction technically. But it's kind of letting you solve it, really. It'll give you some instruction, but it'll be about you trying to really feel it and understand it and get it. And then once you've hit that ball, you're like, oh, that felt good. And then you try it again and it works, then you repeat it, and then you're off then, and then you're away. And then it'll move on to something else. There'll be like another game within a game. There's lots of, the games are fun as well. I mean, that's the other thing. It doesn't feel like you're learning in a way. The kind of condition games thing is massive, really. And if you look at all the skill acquisition, you read books on it, a lot of it is about that, about setting parameters and allowing a player to find a way within those parameters. A game that he uses a lot is like follow-on, 1, 2, 3. So 3 on a court. So what that game teaches you is that, normally if I hit a ball and put you under pressure, I can follow up and attack. But with 1, 2, 3, you're always playing a ball where one's almost resting in a way. So you hit a shot, I hit a shot, and then the third person. So that third person is always kind of getting into position. They've got time to recover their position. So what it forces you to do, and this is where it's very clever, is that it forces you to be creative on every shot, because the person's in the middle of the court. You can't. It's very difficult to get somebody under pressure by combinations of shots. It's got to be that one isolated shot within a rally that's got to put them under pressure. So it's just a challenge. It's how to adapt. The game's full of differences and different scenarios, and it's just another scenario that is putting you under. And without you realising in it, you're learning so much. He's not sitting you down and saying, we are doing this for this reason. He's just throwing those games out there, and like you do in a game, you don't know what's coming next. His games will move from one thing to the next, and you don't know what's coming. But it's very much a match scenario. It's very much a match simulation situation.